Hey everybody, welcome back to the Senators Roundtable. I'm your host Jacob Billington, joined by my fantastic co-host Dayton Reimer. We're missing Paul today, but we do have Alex Adams back and officially a friend of the show, first recurring guest that we have. Alex, you've done some incredible stuff since the last time we've spoken. Um, so we kind of have a bit of a loaded show today. It is going to be a bit shorter, but it is pretty loaded. We're going to do trivia today. First of all, we have to get this out of the way. Is Ridly Greig? First question I'm going to ask you, in a vacuum, what do you think of what Ridly Greig did? Just the slap shot on the net. We'll start with you on this, Alex.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I love him being a pest. I love him being like Brad Marchand of
Yeah.
the I guess the North or whatever, however you want to describe it. But I think people talk about it's not the right play, it's not a hockey play. Uh, you're allowed to score the way you want to, and if someone's not stopping you, you're allowed to slap the puck into the net. He didn't break a rule. He didn't do something after the play. It was during the game, during the play. And if Morgan Rielly didn't like it, maybe he should have back checked harder to try to stop him, right? So, like at the end of the day, I'm not saying I get why Morgan Rielly got upset. At the same time, I think everyone can agree that the cross check wasn't warranted. If he went over and tried to, drop the gloves or shoved him or something, but that type of cross check could, thank God Ridley Greig seems to be okay, but he could have been concussed. He could have like got something else, right? So the fact that he's not injured definitely helps the case for Morgan Rielly, I guess, in this suspension. But overall, I think if you don't like it, don't let it happen to you. I get the hockey rules of norms that we can't break, but overall, I think it's fair, and I like that he did it. Like put some salt in the wound, and guess what? People are still talking about it 2, 3 days later. So I think it's good for the game.
Well, I think one of the biggest factors in it is that it's not just to put salt in the wound on beating the provincial rivals. I think part of it, and most of it, in my opinion, is a response to Jake McCabe. Like, I don't know if you saw, but probably 4 minutes or so prior to him scoring that empty net goal, him and Jake McCabe were just in a typical net front battle, and McCabe was putting a lot of cross checks into him. And he got one, I don't know if it rid up his back, or rode up his back, sorry, hit him in the neck. I don't know, but Ridly Greig went down. He looked like he was injured and got up and just kept the cross check battle going. I don't mind that from McCabe. That's just a hockey play. Maybe give him two for cross check. Honestly, you could even give offsetting there. But I think that was just kind of like a screw you to Jake McCabe, in my opinion. Also, really helps that it's your provincial rival and you're beating them. Dayton, what's your thoughts on the whole situation?
Uh, well, I think the play was disrespectful, but I think that's okay.
100%.
Yeah, like it was supposed to be disrespectful, and that's what Greg is. He is kind of a middle finger on the Senators to everyone else they play. Um, and yeah, like you don't see someone do that because of, hockey code or whatever. But if you want to, show somebody like, hey, I don't like playing you and we're gonna beat you. So suck it, maybe.
Yeah.
Slap shot it into the net. That's great. Now, of course, if you're gonna do something disrespectful, you need to anticipate that something's going to happen to you. Um, so I watched the clip a couple times and Greg turns around. He
Yeah.
knows someone's coming.
Yeah.
It's not, he doesn't pretend like, oh, I scored the biggest goal in the world. He puts it in the net. He does I think, a little skate around, and then he looks for somebody because he knows there's coming. And Rielly comes up, and instead of grabbing him and shoving him around, give him a hit or whatever, which is we've seen that before. Someone does something disrespectful, you get shoved around, there's a scrum, whatever. He takes his stick and tries to beat the snot out of him with his stick. That's that's uncalled for, right? You can be disrespectful, but that was crossing a line. And so I'm interested to see what the NHL hands out for a suspension because I think it's coming. Like
Yeah.
I don't see how it's not, even with that hearing, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
They
I
could,
expect he gets 6 games. It's the same play as David Perron. I mean, you could justify that David Perron might even get little bit less. I mean, I don't expect Riley's getting more than six, but at least with David Perron, your captain is unconscious on the ice. There's a bit of like justification to that. With Morgan Rielly, it's just you let your feelings get the better of you and you cross check the guy in the face.
Can I
yeah.
just can I just interject? Why is it disrespectful? Like, why can't you slap a puck into the net on a empty netter? Like, like what code, what are you breaking? What are you doing that's so like inherently wrong? Like I
Yeah,
feel
it's
you're making something up. Like I'm not
Yeah,
saying you personally, Dayton. I
yeah,
just mean overall as like a hockey
yeah,
culture is okay. Like he slapped the puck. If he had, like we think about like step on, what was that, like 2006 where he misses the empty netter. Like he scored the goal. He had
yeah.
to, he took a slap shot. Obviously, I'm sure that he had maybe some revenge on Jake McCabe or and against the Leafs, but that's that's okay. But at the end of the day, if you put the puck in with a slap shot or you just let it go with, a little lay it in, it's still a goal and still an empty netter. I just don't see what is so like abhorrent that you see Ryan Reeves saying that he deserves to get what happened to him and stuff like that, where you're thinking, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
This isn't something that in 2024 we should be thinking about as like disrespect. And people just get offended when they lose and they're upset because they lost, and then the emotions get the better of them, and then they justify whatever they do in retaliation as if it's going over the line because someone else did something to show them up because they lost. So that's kind of
oh
how I see it.
yeah, and I agree with you. Like there should be nothing against slapping the puck into the net, but there is that unspoken code that, if there's an empty net, you don't have to go hard. You just kind of put it in and then you pretend like you feel bad about that. It's like if you grew up anywhere close to the game, you kind of have picked up on those unwritten rules, right? And I'm sure you're aware of all those. Um, and I think what Greg did was kind of like, in basketball, if you get dunked on, right? You're intentionally saying to the other team, this is easy. Like I'm gonna make a show of it. I'm showing off. And
Which I'm totally fine with.
oh,
I
100%.
part of the game, 100%.
Great entertainment. Looks amazing. I've seen so many people changing their backgrounds and their Twitter headers to that image because it's a great image. Like that's fun. Hockey should be fun like that. But there's still that code that everyone will keep mentioning, and guys like Ryan Reeves will be like, "Oh, he deserves to get hit," um, and it's stupid, but that's how it is. Yeah,
I think for me, it's more just like it's within the game, right? If he does it after a whistle or something like that out of the game itself, then I can see why someone takes disrespect. Like if someone, when someone sometimes there's those offsides and the guy shoots the puck at the goalie, like after the whistle's blown and people get upset. I kind of get that a little bit because that can be dangerous. But because it's during the play, I think it's fine. And it's not like he was taunting them, right? Like specifically, if he went over into the bench and started selling and doing something in front of them, I get why they'd get upset. But that wasn't necessarily taunting. That was just rubbing it in on the ice, right? And
yeah.
it's like that whole thing where it's like you're up 5 goals, you can't put the power play unit on. It's like, well, then don't give up, don't be down 5 goals, right? It doesn't really matter that the other team wants to keep scoring. Like if you don't like it, then play better and don't let them score, right? Like that's just how I see it. I get why players have grown up with it, but I think that's something that we really need to change, honestly, because I think if anything, the Ridly Greig thing was really cool. Like even without the Morgan Rielly cross check. It's just a cool like thing to bring like the rivalry to the Battle of Ontario, as Jacob talked about, and it's something we can talk about. And also, it just brings those two teams to have a little bit more hatred for one another, but in a good way, right? Rather than in a dangerous way.
Oh, for
I love it.
sure.
I love it. I think that it was just so much fun, and whether you want to call it disrespectful or the unwritten rules or whatever you want to call it, the showboating that I've seen the word tossed around quite a bit, doesn't matter. It was during the play. It was a legal play. Doesn't matter, right? Like you look at the celly that as soon as I saw this, I thought of Alex Ovechkin doing the hot stick celebration. Like, yeah, that's showboating. That's maybe taking it just a hair too far, but he didn't do anything wrong, right? That's just showing your personality. That's Ridly Greig showing that, and I mean this 100% respectfully, showing that he's a rat and he's good at it, and that's kind of his personality. So yeah, I'm a fan of it as well.
Yeah, it's almost a similar reaction to when Trevor Zegras scored the Michigan, right? Torts goes on air and is like, this is terrible for the game and blah, blah, blah. But it was fun. It was talked about forever, right? Or when they flipped the puck over the net. That was fun. That was
So
so
much
cool,
fun.
right? This is bringing a little bit of that, spirit back, and I like it. When I say it's disrespectful, I don't think it's like, what's the word I'm trying to find here? I don't think it's bad for the game. I think this is good. I think guys should be able to do this thing. And where the current climate is now, they need to expect to get retaliation because there is still that old mentality of you show the other team respect when you're winning, and you can't celebrate a goal and you can't do all these fancy things. And like I'm not that old, and I remember being told some of those things when I was a kid. Yeah, I think I'm the same age as John Tavares. So yeah.
You don't look a day under 22, and I know
Oh,
you heard
thanks.
the same thing today, Alex. Neither do you.
I love to hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was fun, and I want to see more of it. And if it also brings a little bit more of that Battle of Ontario, like, yeah, go for it. That's when hockey was fun. Let's have more fun hockey.
100%. So with that, we're gonna move into some trivia. We're gonna have some fun today. I said this before we started recording. Alex, I'm not sure what your trivia level's at. Dayton is a nerd, so my
Okay.
money's on Dayton just because some of the outlandish things that he said while we're recording or even after the show, it just knows some very ridiculous things. So we're gonna do this rapid fire. So I'm not gonna we're not gonna do much of a pause in between. If you need to think, I'll give you for this first one, I'm gonna give you 5 to 10 seconds in between if you need to think. Pretty relatively easy question to start us off. And in descending order, who were the first round picks in the NHL entry draft? So we'll start with 2023 and we'll work backwards. I don't know how far you two are going to get, but I'm going to put a cutoff at 2000 if we get there. And so I'm going to keep track of the score. Every correct answer you get right. If one of you get a question wrong, so let's say we get down to 2016 and you say the wrong name, then that's just this question's done. That's over. So we're going to go until either one of you get one wrong or we hit the year 2000. Okay, so we'll start with you, Alex. We'll start with 2023.
So is this just the first overall pick
First
or
overall pick, yeah.
okay. Why does his name escape me? But it's Connor Bedard.
Okay.
And then do I go
Slavkovsky?
Yeah, sorry. And then yeah, Dayton for 2022, back to you for 2021.
Okay. Yeah.
Dayton.
Sorry, did I not say Yuri Slavkovsky?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alex.
All good.
Power.
2020. Oh no. That was why am I blanking on that?
Wow.
I know
2019,
2020. Oh, I hate this. Put on the spot.
Is there like a timer?
I'm gonna cut you off there.
Yeah.
I expected that to go a lot further. Alexis Lafreniere.
Yes. Oh,
Oh
good.
my goodness. Wow. I have written until 85, and Dayton, I'm amazed that you couldn't get to 85.
I could have.
You probably could have. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
2020 screwed me up. Oh, I hate that.
So after the first question, Alex is up 2-1.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
Let me just get this down.
Yeah, see all those little trivia bits? I volunteered because I was ready for them. Now I'm on the spot. We're gonna reveal how bad my memory is.
So in a very similar fashion, maybe Dayton, you might choke this one as well. Stanley Cup champions. So we'll start with the most recent, and then we'll work our way down. Again, I'll cut it off at 2000 just for time's sake, because for all I know, you guys could go back to 1961. I don't know. So we'll start with you on this one, Dayton. 2023.
Vegas.
Okay.
Colorado.
2021 was I hate
all good.
How much attention I pay.
Give him a hint.
They won back to back. I'll give you a hint.
Right, Lightning. Thank
And I
you.
guess I gave Alex the same hint, I guess.
Tampa. I knew it anyway. So Tampa
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah,
Okay, 2019,
that was St. Louis.
correct?
Washington.
Yep.
2017, right?
Yep.
We're at 2017.
2017 was I used to be
Eastern
really good
Conference
at this.
Finals.
Sorry?
Eastern
Think of
Conference.
the Eastern Conference Final.
It
2017.
was the Senators.
Pittsburgh?
Correct.
Yes. Yeah.
And then Pittsburgh again.
Correct.
they
So
also
2015.
That's where you're
2015 was that? Oh, was that LA?
We're done again. That was Chicago.
That was my
Alex.
second guess.
Well, anything between 2010 and 2015, you had 50-50, other than the Bruins,
Yeah.
I guess.
I think I can name every team till 2000. I think I could.
Let's see. Let's see you do it.
LA, Chicago, like 2014 LA, Chicago 13, LA 12, Boston 11, Chicago 2010, Pittsburgh 09, Detroit 08, Ducks 07, Carolina 06, 04 Tampa Bay, 03 Devils, 02 Red Wings, 01 Colorado, 2000 New Jersey.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
99 was Dallas.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
98 was Detroit. 97 was Detroit. 96 was Colorado. 95 Devils. 94 Rangers.
Where was this 30
93
seconds ago, Nate?
Canadians. You started modern. I haven't been paying attention for 10 years.
Wow.
92, 93 Pittsburgh, or 91, 92.
91, 92. Yeah. 90 was
93.
Edmonton.
Yep. And then 89 was
Calgary.
88 was Edmonton, 87 was Edmonton, 86 was Habs, 85, 84 was Edmonton, 83 to 80 was
Islanders.
Islanders, 79 was Habs, and then I think 79 to 77 was Habs.
That makes sense.
Then I think it's Philly twice in 76 and 75. Is that right? Did I miss it? I don't know if
You're far past wherever I wrote down too.
okay. That's okay.
You're far past
I
it.
tried.
Very, very impressive. And Dayton, I know that you know these, but like,
Yeah.
come on, you
I
gotta
do.
step up.
Yeah.
This might be a little bit more up your alley. It is still a bit more modern, but who were the last? So this one is going to go back and forth. You each are going to have 5 total guesses. So Dayton, you could get all 5 of yours wrong, and Alex could get all 5 of his right. And we're still just going to do 5 guesses each. Okay. I have 10, the most recent 10 down, but who are the last 10 Ottawa Senators to receive a suspension by the NHL? So no like team suspensions if somebody did something with the team or anything like that. Last 10 suspensions received from the NHL. Okay, so
can I go first?
sure, yes, it is your turn to go first.
Shane Pinto.
That was a tough one.
Yeah, very
Okay, so he's number 1.
Okay.
And this is just the most recent 10.
Yeah.
So I believe this list goes back to 2012, if that's
Does it
a bit
have
of
to
a
be
hint.
in order?
It did not have to be in order. Just
thank
a
God.
name,
Okay.
a name on the list.
I'm going to go Chris Neal.
Chris Neal never had a suspension in his
Really?
career. In his entire career. Did not receive
Interesting.
a suspension, which is incredible.
Yeah.
It just has to be the player?
Just the player.
Shoot.
This is a tough one.
Suspension. What the heck? I'm gonna go Mark Borowiecki. I have no clue why.
He had 3.
Wow. Okay.
He's only on the list once, but he had 3 suspensions.
Okay.
Dayton, got a name?
I do, but he got suspended when he was with the Leafs.
I can't say it.
Yeah, I think I know who you're referring to.
Because I thought he was a first-time offender, but was it Jason Spezza? Is he on the list?
No, he's not on the list. He was a first-time offender.
But he got
Okay.
it. Yeah, he got it with the
That's-
Leafs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Keonk, yeah.
6 games.
Yeah.
Who
I remember that one.
got suspended? Yeah. What the heck? That is a really tough question, man.
He is.
It is, and it took a lot of research.
Suspension. I don't think they've had a lot of suspensions of late. But there's gonna be like a weird player. It's like Braden Coburn or something. I'm uh, this is so difficult. I'm gonna go who with the hit? Screw it. I'm gonna go Josh Brown. I have no clue. I have
Josh
no.
Brown did not receive a suspension.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you guys a little bit of a hint. There's only one player that has played for the Senators other than Pinto for the
Like, is that-
past 3 years, I'd say. 2 years maybe. So Dayton, you're up.
Derek Stepan?
Nope.
Okay, I was wondering if like he was suspended by the team for something.
Just league suspension, not from the team.
Okay.
Oh, Goodbranson.
Goodbranson was not suspended.
Shit, that's okay. I don't know.
You got another name, Dayton?
Not within the last 3 years.
There's one. Yeah. Okay. So there's one person
Yeah.
that has played for Ottawa in the past 3 years. The rest are.
Yeah. Sort of in that 2010s era. Let's go with Antoine Vermette.
No, he's not on the list, but I like that guess.
Okay. It fell out there. I wanted to give it a shot.
I'll give you two more guesses each. I haven't been keeping track of how many
No.
guesses that is.
I have no clue, but I'm gonna go Jared Cowan.
Jared Cowan is on the list.
Let's go. I'm happy about that.
Okay, I'm gonna go then Cody Ceci.
Cody Ceci is not on the list. You're getting a strikeout here, Dayton.
Yeah, this is not good. I don't
Alex,
like
last
what
guess.
this is revealing.
Mark Mathot.
Mark Mathot did not receive a suspension. I don't think he has any suspensions in the NHL.
Wow.
I could be wrong.
No.
Which, yeah, kind of surprising just with how big of the hits he lays.
Yeah,
Bigger one just hits the wrong way. Dayton, last guess.
Dion Phaneuf.
No, he was not. At least according to my list, he was not suspended as an Ottawa Senator.
Okay.
I don't think. Yeah. So
I'm
who's on the list?
So, number one, so from today until 10 years ago or whatever, Shane Pinto, Austin Watson received a suspension.
Oh, that makes sense.
And I don't know the length of these. I don't know the exact reason. Jean-Gabriel Pageau received a suspension. One that I expected was, other than Pinto, this would have been the second easiest, was Alexander Burrows.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
He need Taylor Hall in the head.
Yep.
Frederick Clayson, Mike Hoffman,
Really?
Mark Stone, and another potential free space was Eric Gryba. But I mean, who thinks of Eric Gryba?
That's yes. I remember that Lars Eller hit. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
Destroyed it.
That's one of the ones that you either I figured would be the first one or the last one that you thought of. All right. Next up. This one is not the last 10, but it is the last 9. And I will give you, I don't know, as many guesses until I start counting.
Okay.
Alternating order again. The last 9 first round draft picks traded.
For the Senators or in general?
That the Senators traded away. So not acquired. I will say that there are a couple, I included some pick swaps. If you can tell me one of the players or like the player Ottawa selected with the pick swap, I'll give you that. But yeah, there are a couple pick swaps, but the last 9 first round picks that Ottawa traded away. We'll start with you. I don't know whose turn it is. Dayton.
Sure. Logan Brown.
Fantastic. Yes.
Okay, I get what you mean.
Yes, the pick swap for Logan Brown. Ottawa moved up.
So it has Oh, I see.
Oh,
Okay.
Logan Brown was a pick swap. I thought he was just a because he was traded away from the Senators, right? That's what we're talking about?
No,
No,
sorry, the
Mark
actual
Wahlberg.
first round draft pick.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah, the actual draft pick traded away.
I'm glad I stumbled into that one then.
Ottawa moved up for him, so they traded away a first round pick. They did get one back, but they did trade away a first round pick in that trade.
Okay, good.
Was when
So
they traded a first round pick in general, or
yeah, in general, not just pick swaps, but
oh, so like the Brinkett trade?
yeah. So they traded a first for DeBrincat.
Mhm. Um, I don't know if it's on your list, but I believe Eric Carlson was a pick swap.
He is. He is the 9th on the list.
Okay.
These were the only 9 I could actually find before like 1998 or something. So
I guess the chicken trade.
Chikrin, yeah.
Um, oh, there was what was his name? He was a late round pick in like 2000. He played for Colorado. Why am I blanking on his name? I hate this. His name was, there's a B in there. You're probably gonna have to cut me off. This is gonna take a while.
I'm gonna cut you off. That's your guess.
Can I do it? Can I
Yeah.
put Matt Duchene?
Matt Duchene was one of them.
Yeah. Do I go again?
No, Dayton has another guess.
Okay,
We'll do 2 more. Dayton gets 2 more guesses. You get 1 more,
2 more.
Alex.
Sounds good.
Okay. Shane wasn't. Ridly Greig.
They acquired that first round pick. They did not trade that one away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, Alex, your last guess here.
Oh, Bobby Ryan.
Bobby Ryan was one of them. And your last guess, Dayton.
I was gonna say Peugeot, but that was an acquired first round.
Yeah.
I think that was Greg.
That was Greg, yes.
Yeah. Does it count if I say Bowen Byram?
No.
Because that would be the Duchesne trade, right?
Yes, that was the Duchene trade. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So you guys missed Jacob Bernard Docker for Keandre Miller pick swap.
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
That one hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
Ottawa
Yeah.
traded the Vladimir Tarasenko pick for David Rundblad,
Right. Yeah.
and Ottawa acquired Chris Campoli and Mike Comrie for a first round pick.
Really? Is
Yeah.
that 07?
I think that was
2010?
I think that was pre-lockout.
No, not Campoli. Wouldn't have been pre-lock. Oh, you mean 2012 lockout?
No, I got to look this up now. That's going to bug me.
I think that's 2010. Or
Um,
2008 was Carlson. Who did they pick in 9? Might have been 2009.
I think 9 was Rundblad.
Either way, I mean, man, these were difficult. I still can't believe the suspensions. Those were, oh my God, how the heck?
it was 2009. Yeah, so pre-2012 lockout. All right. As of right now, the count is 14-7 for Alex.
Yeah.
Last
I'm a little
one.
joke that we revealed that I haven't paid attention to the Stanley Cup Finals for years.
Last question here. Top 10 in points. Ottawa Senators. All time.
All time.
Yeah.
Alfred.
Okay, yeah, Alfie.
Spezza.
Spezza.
I'll go Carlson.
He's number 3. So you got 1, 2, 3 already.
Yep. I think Arvidsson's up there.
He is not. I believe he's like 13th or 14th.
Oh, okay. Shoot. How do you higher than that?
Alex?
Kachuk.
Brady Tkachuk is number 10 on the list.
Let's go.
Who played for a while? Don't think he's there. Hossa.
Marian Hossa is number 7.
Mark Stone.
Mark Stone is number 11.
Okay. Oh,
Yashin.
Number 4.
Redden.
Wade Redden is number 5.
So what are we missing? Like 7.
6, 6, 8, 9.
6, 8, 9. Trying to think. I don't think Chara was around long enough.
Is that your guess?
Sure.
Incorrect.
Yeah. I was afraid of that.
Alex,
Uh,
2 more guesses each.
It's not easy. Oh, Turris.
Kyle Turris is not on the list. I believe he was right around 15.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Let's go Radek Bonk.
Radek Bonk is number 6.
Yeah, there we
And
go.
I will say, Radek Bonk is number 6 on the list with less than 400 points.
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay, I have an idea for my next one then.
So 8 and 9, last guess each.
Jeez. I'm gonna go Chris Neal just for the amount of
Longevity is a good thing, but it did not get him enough points. Dayton.
I'm gonna go for another Chris Phillips.
Incorrect. Longevity is a very good thing, but not for points.
I thought he
always.
had about 200 points.
Well, Brady Kachuk's at 3 something. So,
okay.
yeah. The 2 you were missing, I'm amazed you missed Danny Heatley.
I didn't think he was around long enough.
Yeah, that's what
he wasn't, but I mean, he scored 50 goals back-to-back years. So that's 100 points on its own. And Mike Fisher.
that was
Yeah.
Yeah. So, final score is 17 for Alex and 10 for Dayton. Not a bad run, especially for you, Alex. Welcome back. We'll have to do some more trivia with you, and maybe I'll tell Dayton the questions first. But no, it was
you gotta pick things that aren't in the last 10 years. After that, I'm great.
Yes, we'll do 70s trivia next time, and Dayton's got it all. But yeah, that's gonna wrap things up for today. I really appreciate you for joining us again, Alex. It's been fun having you, and we'll have to do it again. One more trivia question. Which one of you is 13 feet tall?
Oh, I know that's me, I think.
That is you. So since the last time that we talked, I did meet you at an Ottawa Senators game, Alex, and I did not think you were as tall as you were. So yeah, that's last. I'll give you the bonus point for that one, Alex. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. This has been a really fun episode, and maybe we'll have to look at doing this again in the future. Dayton didn't show up quite as well as I expected, so sorry to dunk on you a little bit there, like we talked about with Greg. But it's been a lot of fun. We'll see you next time.